Hello, my name is Jeff Lovejoy. I'm a certified business coach with Action Coach, and I've been doing this for 10 years. And in those 10 years, I've dealt with a lot of business owners and spoken with even more business owners. And I find that one of the biggest challenges they have is hiring a superior team. I always hear, I can't find the right people, I can't trust my team, and the consequence is that they have to then involve themselves in doing the work of the business. So today I want to talk about how to hire a real effective team. And the first thing I want to acknowledge is the importance of having that team. If you as a business owner have a superior team that you can totally rely on, think about how much that would relieve you of the necessity of day-to-day being involved in the business. You would be able to do more marketing, you would be able to do more leadership, you would be able to focus more strategically on doing the work of the business. I always say that the role of the business owner is to grow the business, whereas the role of the team is to run the business. Most owners, though, have it backwards. Most owners are very involved in the day-to-day operations of the business rather than focused on growing the business. So recognizing the importance of the team is critical. Secondly, they have to have a clear vision of where they want the business to go. So vision is our second element that I want to focus on. I find a lot of business owners don't have a clearly articulated vision or destination for where they want that business to go. And consequently, they are just doing day-to-day activities. And it's not very compelling for an employee to come in and work for a business owner that doesn't have a clue as to where the business is going. So our second element is to have a clear vision that motivates employees. The third element I want to talk about now is inspiration. Are you an inspiring leader? Or are you the type of leader that goes to work, closes the door, puts their head down, turns the computer on, and is in that office with head down all day long? I want to discourage you from being that way. You have to inspire your team. If you want to have a team that is really performing at the highest level, they have to be inspired. You have to provide that inspiration for them. So that's our third element. Inspiration, and that is dependent upon, obviously, you having a vision for where you want the business to go. The fourth element is to motivate the employees. Are you motivating them? If you remember in the Remember the Titans, there was a scene where the captain of the team was talking to one of his team members, and the team member was complaining about the uneven attention that the captain was paying to the team. And he ended up saying, attitude reflects leadership. And I love that terminology because I find a lot of business owners are so focused in the day-to-day that their attitude is one of doing the work rather than taking care and inspiring and motivate the employees. So you've got to change that around. I find a lot of business owners are so anxious to fill vacant seats that they rush into hiring someone, even if that someone is not their ideal candidate. And consequently, 3, 4, 5, 6 months later, oftentimes they have to fire that person, or they're stuck with someone who is not a superior performer. So slow down, define your ideal candidate, and then find that candidate. They're out there, you just have to know how to find them. And the flip side of that is, don't hang on to people that aren't performing well. Give them every opportunity, coach them up as best you can, but if at the end of that effort they're still not performing the way you want, you need to let them go. And in fact, that's probably the best thing for them and for you, because you get rid of them and you can find that ideal candidate, and suddenly there's a huge lift to the business. Another element is recruiting. How well are you recruiting? Recruiting, your ideal candidate is working for somebody else. So you have to, in your job postings and your recruiting efforts, you really have to market your business. You have to create in me a desire to work for you. And listing job requirements doesn't do it. But telling me where your business is going, what your goals for the business are, is something that I can grab a hold on and get excited about. So think about that as you're doing your job postings. And lastly, how are you hiring them? Are you using panel interviews? Are you using behavioral assessments? Are you really digging into the personal side of that person? I find a lot of times business owners are so focused on the skill sets that they're not focusing on the personal qualities of that person. And that's where they get burned. They could be the best at Excel, but they're cancer when it comes to teamwork. So there are 7 things that I find are really helpful to business owners in enabling them to build superior teams. Understand the importance of having a superior team. Secondly, to create that vision for the business, to become very inspiring, to motivate them, to hire slow, fire fast, to recruit based upon selling the business, to marketing the business, and then hiring people. My name is Jeff Lovejoy, and if you'd like more details on this topic, please reach out to me, 404-444-1836, or send me an email, jefflovejoy@actioncoach.com.